I'm still getting set up here with a stream, so this recording is a little bit early. I don't even have chill hop music on or playing. You can see that I'm setting up still. This is the secret stuff you don't get to see. Oh, so loud. When it comes to setting up the stream itself, I don't even have the VTuber model open. Where on earth is it? So it sort of goes there. Hide interface. There we go. Wonderful. Is that everything which is set up? Okay, that looks good. Start streaming. So today, someone messaged me. Hello, what's going on? Nice. Yes, so start streaming, everything like that. Well, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, so very self-indulgently, I was going to be like, what am I going to play today? And I was like, oh, actually, hold on. I'm not speaking, sorry, I'm just talking to a friend right now. Sorry. What the heck? How do I invite my friend? There you go. So, I was very self-indulgently like, what am I going to do today? And I was going to play Endling, but I was like, Endling, because I can't stream next week, this week is going to be a double dosage of drawing. And because it's a double dosage of drawing, it's sort of like, okay, well, I don't want to play Endling just for 1 hour, to be perfectly honest. It's sort of like, Endling's a game which you kind of want to get stuck into, I think, and it's a bit of a shame to only play it for an hour and then for 2 hours do that. So I was like, what am I going to self-indulgently do? I was thinking of doing some Sporkle, but I'm like, I don't know, Sporkle's hard to find a good, like, quiz, some good quizzes to actually play with that. So I was gonna do crosswords, and I was like, no, you know what? There's one day left in this event in League of Legends, and I played very little of it. Let's at least try and get some tokens from this sort of thing if I'm gonna try and get Prestige Yumi. So here I am, gonna play some ARAMs for about an hour, which is a rarity, I think, certainly for me. I don't know if any of my, I mean, I was gonna say if any of my friends who play League are here, if they can join in. One of them's already here, so we'll just sort of see how it goes. It's gonna be very weird because normally I play ARAM in the call with my friends and then I, you know, have conversations with them, but I'm not going to do it this time, to be honest. I also can't hear anything. Have I muted all my sound? It's just super quiet. I opened up a calculator instead. That was the wrong button. So yeah, I don't know, just gonna chill out, playing ARAMs for a little bit here and there. We'll see what happens. Life can happen, things can be crazy, things can be absolutely wild. I haven't played League for a while. Do I remember how to play it? Well, actually, no. I did play an ARAM very recently. Because, well, I mean, there wasn't much to it. It was just sort of like we were playing some ARAM, and then we played a bit of a new mode. And that's about it. Kuku guy looks kind of attractive. That's crazy. Just through the name, you managed to tell that. Anyway. So this is mainly just to sort of pass a little bit of time until we get to the drawing section of the stream. Is this how stuff works? I don't remember how stuff works anymore. It's something like this. No, that doesn't make sense. So, yeah, okay, hold on. But I wanted to play ARAMs mainly, okay, it was a double thing of because of the event and also because ARAMs are very easy for me to talk continuously during. I don't know if everything starts being quite quiet, maybe I'll just chill. Oh, that is so loud. I was going to say I'll put the music of Chill Hop back on. But no, we're going to have 2 hours of it anyway. Oh, you can see the Clip Studio paint in the background. which is not what I meant. You're not meant to see that yet. I guess it's probably because window capture needs to actually capture this. Does it work? I don't know. Not the client. Is that it? I can't tell if that's working. Bring everything down. Hold on. You're just going to have to deal with that for a second. I mean, it's just a black screen on my OBS. I'm not actually sure if I've done this properly. But yet again, it is called League of Legends. What's it called? TM Client. I mean, it looks like it should work. Maybe it'll work when we actually get into game. If not, then I've messed everything up. Or maybe I meant to display capture, but I'm not going to display capture. That's a nightmare waiting to happen, to be honest. So yeah, I don't know. This is a self-indulgent stream because oh yeah, and we're also doing a double dosage of drawing because next week I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be on holiday, so I can't stream. And then the week after that is going to be the start of September, so we are going to have to start on the September thumbnail art at that point, which is like, okay, well, if I do that, then I mean technically I don't have to. I could just... Actually, now I think about it, because September has 5 weeks. I'm almost certain I'm certainly going to be busy on one of those days or something, so... Okay, well, it didn't work exactly as expected. So I don't know if maybe it's meant to be a game capture instead. Let's see. Lol game. Just setting up everything. A specific window. This one? Okay, there you go. I think that works. Okay, let's bring it down. Turns out it has to be... There you go. Welcome to the Howling Abyss. Turns out, has to be game capture. Things already kicking off, as they always do in ARAMs. That's why you got to love the ARAM. It's just an absolute nightmare of things. I don't know how I didn't get an assist there. Get back here, you. Okay, well, she did get back here, so I'm not really sure what to say about that. So, I don't know. I'm going to just play this as an Animal Crossing episode, I suppose. Just talk about whatever. What do I want to talk about? That's a really good question. Like, what about, I haven't even been up to anything particularly crazy in the past sort of couple of while, you know. Life is just existing. Oh! Got saved. That's very nice. What have I been up to? It's honestly the best question someone could ask. What have you been up to? I also just like building full tank in this game. I don't know. I was just playing some games yesterday, to be honest. I mean, I feel like I've just basically been catching up on all the games I didn't really have time to play. I feel like I'm still somehow in video game playtime debt since Art Fight in July, which is pretty crazy because that makes honestly no sense, but but it's how it feels like. Oh, we can't do that. So I was just playing my gacha games, the Genshin, the Honkai Star Rail. Not the most... I mean, they're fun games. Not the most exciting thing to talk about in the world. You know, I need to find that sort of, like, topic, right, thread to pull on. As we do at the start of every Animal Crossing episode, except for now we're doing it in ARAM. I don't know, I guess we could just talk about the history of League. Because it's weird to think about the fact that I played this game, League of Legends, since 2010, I think. Weird that it's been out for that long, you know. I remember, like, when I started playing games when I was much younger, and hearing about World of Warcraft, and it's been like, oh, World of Warcraft's been going on for like 10 years or something. Isn't that crazy? And the answer is, it's kind of crazy, but it's also, oh, we have a vein. I probably should not be building full tank. Now look at it. Oh well, I'm doing it anyway. What do I have? Okay. But yeah, when World of Warcraft was like out for so long, it was just like, whoa. can't believe how long it's been out for. But then I think about it now, and League of Legends has been out for like almost about 15 years now. So it's just like, how... I don't know, I guess what I'm trying to say here is the passage of time, now put through a lens which I understand, is very weird to think about. You know, how does any of this exist? How does any of this work? I don't know. How can a game be out for 15 years? I'm going to delete that message. And banned to the ether. I guess that's just a consequence of getting older, really. You know, when I'm like 13, something being out for 10 years is like, that's crazy. That's like my entire life. But now it's like, that's about half my life. And it's only going to become a smaller... Am I okay? It's only going to become a smaller percentage of my life as I get older. Which I don't know if that's a scary thing or if that's a comforting thing, to be honest. I guess it just is a thing. Maybe there's nothing much more to it. But yeah, anyway, I've been playing this game since like 2010. And I still remember it. Discovering it. It was from a YouTuber I watched called, I think called X, who I used to watch for Minecraft videos. He had like one of those really early sort of Let's Plays, which people adored. It was like X's Adventures in Minecraft or something. And I remember him doing a League of Legends video. He did like a playthrough. He told me keen to play better. I think you can, to be honest. I'm not here to flame. I'm here to be a positive attitude in League of Legends. But no, why have you done this? Yeah, so he uploaded a video of League of Legends because it was for... But the motivation behind it is League used to, and I think still probably does, but they've revamped it / changed it, had a referral system where if you refer people, you get like certain amounts of things, like you get skins at like 10 referrals and then another skin at 25, something like that. It was... You honestly needed like a ton of referrals to even get anything. I think you probably got like the in-game currency rewards as well, but the premium currency. But one of the prizes was if you referred like 1,000 people, they would invite you, theoretically, to come to the Riot Studios to design a champion or create a champion with them. And then, so this is like one of X's friends or viewers, I can't remember, had some sort of terminal illness or something like that, or some very bad illness. I honestly can't remember the details. They're sort of a little bit lost on me almost. And like his dream was to be able to, you know, get himself or get a champion that he wants into this game that he loved playing, i.e. League of Legends. And I remember X making a video just being like, hey, you know, please, if you've never played this game, you know, sign up for it. Help my viewers / friends dream come true, right? To try and get like that 10,000. Or was it 1,000? I think it might have been 10,000 viewers. Oh, no, sorry, not viewers, referrals. And I remember being like, I'm going to try it and sign up for that, see how it goes. And I still remember, surprisingly well, the Pantheon video, because I remember he did a play. He was like, I was like a really good player or something, which at the time I was like, wow, this game looks epic, that looks so awesome. I can't believe you do that. But I'm sure if you look back on it, you're just like, man, that play was like not the greatest. And I remember he was playing Pantheon. I think he had Ezreal on his team, and he did like this sort of overarching commentary over the top of thing. And I was like, you know, I'll give it a go. And then I like signed up to his referral code or whatever he had to do. I don't know if that guy ever actually got the thing, because as I heard, Riot didn't actually make good on any of the promises to design a champion. It was all about ended up just making like tributes to the people in the game or something, like items, I think. Which was also another one of those referral rewards, because like 2 or 3 people actually managed to get the champion reward. Like I think Total Biscuit might have been one of them actually. Oh no, it did not happen. Like Total Biscuit got the 10,000 referrals he needed to like design a champion, and Riot was just like no. So then at the time, Heroes of New Earth, which was, if you can believe it, one of the actual competitors to League of Legends back in the day. Oh, almost. One of the competitors of League of Legends back in the day allowed him to design a champion. And I think he made like an elephant champion or something like that. I don't really remember. Anyway, Heroes of New Earth has like been shut down for like 10 years or something. Maybe not 10 years. Maybe like 6 years or something. Yeah, it was one of the OG, like I remember people talking about it, like what's better, Dota 2 wasn't out yet, Heroes of New Earth or League of Legends, the new one on the scene. And I remember bits and pieces about Heroes of New Earth. I remember they had a champion called like, oh okay, what was the champion called, like Aria or something, and her ultimate made like her teammates basically invulnerable. I don't know why I remember this. Just the odd thing committed to memory. Anyway, that's why I started playing League of Legends. It was around Christmas time, I think, when I signed up for it. So I didn't actually play it much during Christmas. Oh my god, I've all these memories now, which are like slowly coming back to me. It was around Christmas time, and I remember like the champion I wanted to play was Anivia because I thought she was bedums cool. But I remember like the champions I was interested in playing. Oh no, it was like Annie, Anivia, Heimerdinger, I can't remember the other one. There were like 4 champions, and I remember in preparation to actually start playing them, which, if anything, is much more indicative of my personality when I was younger. I made like these paper, like on a piece of A4 paper, just like made these not guides, but like I watched videos on the guides or on the websites. Of course you can join and trade in. I'm going to do a BM thing of actually ending the game in ARAMs so we can get another friend in here. But I made like this guide on like a piece of A4 paper. What is going on in the chat? I don't know. Which I remember like I doodled like a little bit of the champion in the corner, and then I wrote down like what item builds I had to do and things like that. I don't know. It was very intense is a wrong word, but it was just like definitely a little bit over prepared, I think, for just playing a game. And I remember, oh my god, I have so many memories coming back to me now, but like my latent perfectionism was like I didn't want to play against other people for ages, so I played against bots quite a lot. Like I played against AI versus AI for ages. I mean, I used to play it like these custom games instead of actually like queuing up for normals because I was like too scared to actually play normal games. Hello. Where people would be like, oh, you know, level requirement, you have to be like under level 10 or something to play. And this happened because I remember the first time, I can't remember if it's the first time I played a custom game or first time I played like a normal game or something. I was playing Annie against Poppy, old Poppy, and at the time, I didn't know what Poppy did, so I walked into lane, she stunned me against the wall, and I died like level 1 or level 2 or something. I mean, I did it again because I was like, I don't understand what happened. And then I remember the person I was playing with, like the randomers I was matched up with, was just absolutely horrible to me, you know. The reputation that a lot of online games has, like they made some threats which you should not be making to people. And I just remember I just left the game because I was just like, I don't want to deal with this. So did I get a leaver penalty? Yes. But that very much like stuck in my memory. Because, I mean, I was like, I think, like 12, 13, I guess. So, it was, you know, an impressionable teen or whatever. Who didn't want to have to deal with flame against my own, I suppose, livelihood. Anyway, eventually we got around to playing normals. It's because I was playing with a friend. We couldn't find a custom game of like a relevant skill level or whatever. So he was just like, can we just like play a normal queue? And I was like, no, we can't do it. It's so scary. And then eventually I was like, okay, fine, we'll do it. And then we played it, and it was just like a completely normal game. So it was, if anything, it kind of goes to show the sort of the effect you have, I suppose, when introducing people to a new hobby of yours, right? Like, those people in that game could have been supported, being like, hey, don't sit next to a wall against that champion. She's really good if you're standing next to a wall. She's got high burst damage. But instead they told me to instead they said some very unsavory threats. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just out of here. So I don't know, let this be a lesson to you all. Don't gatekeep people, you know. Look at it as an opportunity to invite more people to your community and share the passion of something you enjoy to them as well, rather than something where it's just like, oh, you know, you had to aggressively kick them out. And this is like such an obvious life lesson. As most of my life lessons, I feel like, are. They're not exactly groundbreaking or anything like that. You sort of just be like, oh yeah, that's kind of like a given, isn't it? I feel like most people should act like that. But I don't know. I guess you end up being surprised by what people especially do with the power of anonymity online. When you can hide behind a veil of a fake name alias or something which feels disconnected, and you look at other people and I suppose you also feel that disconnection. Scary thoughts, really. I don't know, I guess where I'm going with this is... Well, I don't really know where I'm going with this. Yeah, the online community, you know, it's a shame that there's always bad apples in a bunch, but... You know, the people who are the good apples are the ones who end up defining, I suppose, the moments for you. Defining the memories. I think there's friends I've made from League of Legends. And all that good stuff. Inseparable bond. Like, I remember one of my first, like, really close uni friends was bonded because of League of Legends. He had, like, his phone background. Well, okay, like, obviously, during, like, Freshers Week and university, you meet a load of people. Okay, I mean, maybe you don't, but at least what I did. Go out drinking, you know, at the bar, you know, go around, talk to literally everyone. You hear what everyone's name is. You hear what degree they're doing, you know, like where they're staying, that sort of thing. There's, like, 1,000 names you have to remember, which is pretty crazy. But one of the people I remember I ended up speaking to, who was in my course, later, you know, I recognized him, and I got his name wrong, and he got my name wrong, which is really funny when we first tried to when we first, like, said hi to each other again, which is, you know, fair enough. It happens. But I remember he had his background was the Akali skin, the Crimson, whatchamacallit, whatever it's called. And I was like, oh, you play League of Legends. And there you go. Bonding experience from there. And we became great friends during university time. And then I also have not spoken to him for like 2 years, so much for that, I suppose. Yeah, I know, long and short, I don't really know what I was going with this. You know, communities and things, events, interests should bring people together rather than separating them, right? That's what I'd like to say. That's what I'd like to think. Well, I like to think that most people feel similarly too. Anyway. I'm playing one of my favourites, Cho'Gath, because I can just build full tank and suffer no consequences. I think tanks in video games tend to get like a bad rep. Like, I'm thinking MMORPG. You know what's interesting, as I also feel like as I get older, is that, you know, DPS, that sort of role, always used to be the fan favourite of people to play, but... Rest in peace, me. As you get older... As I get older, I feel like, you know, the tank and the support roles are getting more popular as well. Maybe that's more of an innovation of video game design itself, where people, developers know better how to make more engaging supportive roles rather than just here they tank things, here they heal things, right? Because if you think back, I'm not saying that this is what old WoW was like, but the MMORPGs you play when you're younger, what does like the healer do? When I used to always play healer, is you click on health bars, and when it gets low, you pop a heal. And then if they're a tank, it's probably who you'll be healing the most. But then for a tank, you just like you make sure that you have your aggro skills up or whatever. You CC people, make sure that all the ads get added to you. But with a DPS, you have like a lot more options, don't you? You have woo. Look at that prediction. Definitely intended. You have a lot more options, I suppose, of spells to choose and that sort of thing. But I feel like in maybe game design in more recent years has more appeal to these supportive roles. Because there's a lot of ventures where you can make things particularly interesting. You know, you can have, like, tanks have ability to resist CC and you've got to time it at the right time, or parries, or maybe you have, like, these dodge tanks, etc., tanks which can do damage. Or you can have games which sort of redefine the need for traditional healer tank roles whatsoever. You know? Like, doesn't Guild Wars, like, not have a proper support, like, not a proper healing role or something? It's something like that, I can't honestly remember. Oh my gosh. It's an absolute bloodbath out there. But yeah, is it Guild Wars 2 which doesn't have a traditional healer? Or something? Because I played it for a weekend. I had someone who was super into it. And you could play, like, I think the closest was like the Sentinel role, which was kind of like a paladin, so it wasn't like a dedicated healer or anything. I might be thinking of a different MMORPG, I can't remember really. There's a lot of MMORPGs we ended up trying out. You know? Just like MOBAs and just like Battle Royales sort of became flavour of a month sort of genres. MMORPGs certainly was back in the early... I want to say 2000s, but that's probably a bit too early. Oh no. But maybe it's not. Oh my gosh, what just happened? Ooh! Ooh! Oh, okay. Didn't need to do that. Oh no, everyone can see my bad play now. Yeah, I don't know. You gotta give credit to games for trying to sort of change up the usual main trio, sort of shake up the main trio dynamic of tank, healer, DPS, right? It's become such a staple for so long. But it's almost like written into the gamer code, the gamer language, the gamer lexicon of what people recognise as parts of game design. Oh no, what am I doing? Give a little heart. Support your teammates. Emotionally, morally, logically. Doesn't really make no sense. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't remember what else I was going to say about this. Just sort of what came to mind, to be honest. Nom 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 nom. Anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot completely how this conversation started, is the fact that I like playing tanks in League of Legends. And support. Which is very interesting. Because I actually played a lot of like AD carry, which is kind of like the main DPS sort of role in League of Legends. When I was starting out, I was having a think about, like, well, I thought about this before, why? And it's probably because... Ah! Numerous reasons. But not many people actually wanted to play AD carry back in the day. Now people do. And yeah. No, I have no damage. Oh, it's a tank Rengar. Yeah, it's a strange thing to think about. Because I normally like preferring to play the supportive roles and that sort of thing. But back when I started, I ended up playing AD carry, mainly because no one else played it. And to be fair, back when we started, I think a lot of people ended up playing support just to get used to the game. And then people started wanting to play AD carry. So when I played support, and then now I play with a load of people who want to play support. So now I don't even know where I play now. Like top lane if no one else does it, I guess. Which is just a sort of bizarre series of events. It's also interesting to think about what old League of Legends was like compared to modern ones. You know, games evolve, meta develops over time, and it's almost amusing to think back to the time before any sort of meta developed. I didn't realise that was a real one. Before any sort of real meta developed. Like what crazy strategies people would come up with to... Oh, I should have definitely blocked that. Crazy things that people would come up with as like a legitimate way to... I'm not going to say legitimate way to play the game. That feels a bit loaded, but you know, like this is the accepted way to play. AD carries mid, tank support bot lane. Might sound absolutely crazy. I remember like Shenjana or something was like one of a really popular lane in season 1 or something? Pre-season 1? I can't remember. Which is crazy to say. It was like Shenjana bot, Ashe mid. I don't even remember who they played top. And it's sort of like an interesting... I'm not sure, because people have a longing sort of for those good old days, quote, quote. The same way that you might have longing for any sort of nostalgic moments of the past, but... Oh, that wasn't the right one. I was like, why didn't that work? No. But you know, games evolve over time. There's not... Stagnation is certainly one thing. There's very few games, I think, which can withstand the sort of test of time of staying the same forever. And often those are games, I think, with much more sort of fundamental basic rule sets, you know? Like things like chess, Go. I wonder if there's anything in the digital space which has that sort of lasting power, unchangingness. Maybe like CSGO? But CSGO's probably had changes over the years, right? I just don't really know about them because I've never really played much of CSGO, to be honest. Oh man, this Draven wants that. But I'm sure there's other games which have a bit more of a lasting unchangingness. Like TF2's not been changed for ages. Maybe it's about shooters, I don't know. Oh, I mistimed that. I'm not getting any of my feasts off. Oh my god, what is going on? Yeah, what? I wonder what game's gone the longest without changes for... I'm not going to say necessarily for balancing purposes, but... Oh yeah, did I update Discord of what I was doing? I didn't. Let's do that. ARAMs in League of Legends. Should I be doing this while I'm alive? Probably not. Drawing times 2. There you go. I think it's actually... I wouldn't normally do this, but... Getting on those Heartsteel stacks. I don't know why I didn't feast there. I couldn't get it, I was too slow. Yeah, I wonder what game's got the sort of longest lasting unchangedness. Hard to say. Although now I said TF2, but now I think about it, TF2's had changes like recently, wasn't it? I feel like I saw a Reddit post about it, but not the changes the community necessarily wants. Because I know TF2's got like a rather large botting problem or something. It's just like a load of bots playing all the time, which obviously not particularly great, one might say. That was a fantastic dodge by Ashe. But yeah, it had some changes. Maybe it's like weapon rebalancing or something, which is strange to think about. I used to be very into the TF2 competitive scene, or at least want to be part of it. I still remember metas. Was it 2 soldiers, 2 scouts, demo man, medic? Sometimes you off-roll, put a sniper in there sometimes. Sometimes an engineer on defense. The other classes are much more specific, I suppose. Oh, good dodge. I'm watching you. Yeah, it was something like that, isn't it? What's that item which makes me do less damage but makes me tanky called? Let's just see one of these. I remember I used to watch a YouTuber called like XTV or something who would... I can't even move. Oh. Oh, I mistimed it. No. What's this item I want called? Does it even exist anymore? Does gargoyles not exist? Gargoyles doesn't exist anymore. Okay, never mind. But yeah, I used to watch this channel called XTV, which I don't even think they upload videos anymore. But they used to have like highlights of a week of like the best plays from competitive League, not League of Legends, Team Fortress 2, sort of things. And it was like, I don't know, I still remember that guy's voice. He always started the videos off with a yeah, ow. And then at some point they started getting really behind on like the plays processing. So it'd be like June and they'd be like, it's the top plays of February or something. I need like a Warmox. Which? Oh no. My health bar. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We love that. But I can't remember what I was going to say about this. You know what I really liked about competitive TF2 was the fact that there was a mode, like an actual competitive game mode called Highlander. Because obviously metas evolve around TF2, not about TF2 in general, but like metas evolve around games in general. There becomes an optimized way to play because and certain, especially with things where you play different classes or whatever, some of them sort of stay by the sidelines. It's very difficult to get a game completely balanced such that every class has a point in time to play for. And honestly, there's a really interesting extra credits video about how the fact that most games don't want that to happen, right? They want it to be like in a perfect imbalance because then it's an evolving sort of metagame, things don't get stale. Oh, I should have definitely got that. I'm going to blame the fact I'm talking about game design. Ouch. But there's a mode, one of the competitive game modes is Highlander, and you know, I like, what's it called, the complete taxonomy of things. I like when everything ends up being represented in a game. And Highlander is a very fun mode where it's just like, oh, you need to have one of every single class. No, don't be so negative. You need to have like one of every class, you know, you need nine people in the team. one of every single class needs to be there. And I always found it like such a fun concept for a mode idea, right? Ow. Where's this ringer? So hard to catch anyone when you're this slow. But yeah, you had to have one of each class. Honestly, I don't think it was particularly balanced because a lot of classes just sort of sat around doing nothing, but still. It was a fun concept, wasn't it? Well, at least I thought it was a fun concept. Ooh! To be able to have all of the classes sort of represented. I can't move. Okay. Yeah, we love that. I don't know, something about the entire team. I mean, it's called Team Fortress 2. You kind of want the entire team to be there, right? Rather than just one or two of them. Rather than the 4 classes which are represented. And some of them only represented only once because there's a literal, like, character pick limit. You can't have more than one medic or something, right? Oh, I can't believe that worked. You know what I'm saying? I remember when there was all these rumors as well of like a 10th class being released at Team Fortress 2. All these fan creations of people being like, whoa, I can't wait to see who/what it is. Can't afford a Warmog though. I remember the most popular one, which people always talked about, was this canine class, which was just like a dog, like literally just a dog, who was meant to be like some sort of utility class, which could be in between offense, defense, and utility, because those are like the free, not classes, like super classes, I suppose, categorizations of. Oh god. Okay, well that works. Come back here. Get back here. This is why that's why you play a tank in this game. Just slowly run people down. Okay, you know what? Let's not do this. It's not worth it. Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them. I don't know what's been happening in any of these games. I've very much not been paying attention. Oh no! Oh no. Ooh. I have a lot of nostalgic memories of TF2. Playing it back in the day. This is just an illegal engine nostalgia run. Run? That's not really the right word. Discussion, I suppose. I don't know. I kind of wanted to go back to MMORPGs. Now I think about it, I played so many MMORPGs back in the day. Did I play a little bit of WoW? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, none of these MMORPGs really lasted. We didn't play like a huge amount of them or anything. Oh. Probably shouldn't have done that alone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Guess I probably shouldn't have done that. That's right. I believe in our friends to defend. Played a bit of WoW, played Fliff, Fiesta. What other big ones were there? Guild Wars 2. Oh, does anyone remember WildStar? WildStar was one of the biggest games I was so hyped for coming out, and then it had like a payment and subscription cost, and it was just like, oh man, how are we meant to play this game? Too expensive, a barrier of entry, far too high for any reasonable person to be a part of. And then it was just like, okay. And then it just completely messed up every single thing about conceptually playing it. Oh, I didn't know why I didn't take a board, so I should have done that. Oh, I can't move. Oh my god! Look at that damage. But yeah, then it messed up literally everything about its implementation. It didn't know who to appeal to. Its combat system I thought was quite fun, to be honest. The sort of telegraphed thingamabobs. Had all the... Had all exactly what you... Had to dodge and stuff on the ground. Oh my god. It's got absolutely shredded by the Ash. Interesting. Kinda worked? Question mark? Ooh. Maybe I should get... What's that item called? Where you, like, mark someone to take less damage from them. Maybe boost the swiftness? I don't know. It's hard to see how much of his stuff is actually helping. It's pain. You're lucky. I can't catch up with anyone. Almost. No. I don't know, I kind of like run out of what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. TF2 MMORPGs. Used to play a lot of this MMORPG called Grand Fantasia. Was it any good? No, not really. It just had the benefit of being one of the first ones I ever heard about. Oh, I should probably stop tanking Tyra. Wow, we did it. Maybe. No. Oh. Hey, that works. Wow, so much money. GG. What happened with game? I don't know. No recollection whatsoever. I was just talking about TF2 for ages, I think. Have a bit of a stretch. That's good progress. Great shot calling. Whatever happened. Mission 5 of 15. DPS threat, apparently. Look at me go. Let's see. 15 minutes. That's probably not enough time to do. I mean, that was a pretty decidedly long ARAM. You want time for one more ARAM? No, I think I'll get to drawing. And then I'll play, like, actually with my friends instead of a call afterwards. So I'll say, thank you, friends. It is time to draw. But not even in this lobby. Gone. That's right, I'll thank him here. I'll say, thank you kindly, friend. Now I will draw. Where's my other friend? I'll say it backwards. Now I will draw. Will I now, friend, kindly you thank. That's fine. Very, very sort of self-indulgent. Playing some League of Legends there. Oh, it's so loud! I keep forgetting. I don't know why Chill Hop have done this, but they've gotten rid of their volume control on their site. So I'm like, I'm not going to turn down my browsers just specifically for you. Chill Hop. I also need to like clean up half these sort of things. So this is a League of Legends client. I need to like rename stuff. So this is League of Legends client. What's this one? This is a League of Legends which doesn't work, maybe? No, this is a League of Legends which doesn't work. I just renamed the wrong things. Should I be doing this now? No, but... What? What do you mean it's already in use? You out your mind if it's already in use. What do you mean? League of Legends game. Fine. League of Legends hyphen client. What do you think about that? Anyway, time to actually draw. Time to change the category. Art. Will we try and finish this off in the 2 hours or so we have? I do technically think that I could actually not have to do it this time, because we can... The first day I'm back, or first Sunday I'm back is in September, but September's got 5 weeks. So we could just have an extra fleshed out formula, I don't know. Or I'll just take one of the weeks off, who knows. Because one of them I'm surely going to be busy because I'm celebrating a birthday, but still. Yeah, so this is what we were doing last time, if you didn't know. It was like a summer ice cream date. We're going to be doing a background, and then we'll be doing a bit of rendering. One thing which I thought about after I finished drawing was, why is this in... I meant to move it upwards, but I moved it way too far upwards. So I wanted to correct that by moving it a little bit back down again. Because I was like, that is too far up. You are out of your mind. Am I out of my head? Am I out of my mind? If you only knew the bad things I like. But you can see the remnants of when I was drawing I can't think how to speak words. Oh, that's when I was drawing the stray thumbnail art of the colours I've got chosen. I just want to erase that a little bit. Just sort of move that about. Okay. Fix the base body coloration. Forget using an actual eraser. Okay, that's certainly a bit better. Alrighty-yo, what are we going to be doing? Let's work on the background. The background I don't think is going to be particularly crazy, to be honest. I don't know why I don't have an art folder. Apparently got regained. What? Oh, yes. That's just how it works. So let's turn off what's the colouring layer? Is this a colouring layer? No, that's a sketch layer. No, this one. Turn off those. Let's get physical as I draw a background. I think it's easy to do a sunset here. But I'm actually going to make it a sunrise, I think, because we have a sort of green, yellow, blue colour scheme, and that's not going to fit a sunset in the slightest. So instead we're going to do sunrise, sunrise, something journey in your eyes. And even then it's like, I don't know, representative or something. It's like, oh, it's like love is blooming, something, I don't know. Horribly bright colour. Okay, draw a refine upon here. Lock, I don't know why I locked a layer, which is literally the entire screen. Get soft green. Get some sort of greens across in here. And get some yellows closer to the horizon. More whitish yellows. Get something in a nice in-between over here. In fact, probably get rid of most of that blue, to be honest. Make it more of a teal. And then we can make this part even more yellow. And then we just get like it to be really white, just on the horizon. Maybe not on the horizon, maybe just surrounding the sun sort of area. So you sort of blend it in. Yeah, that looks right. Loose shapes, you know, don't go crazy. Sky. Sea. What does the sea look like in the morning? I'm not sure if I've ever been to a beach at sunrise. No, that's probably not true. I'm going to assume it's like this sort of greeny blue colour. Something like that. And then we'll have the beach, let's get away. So we'll just do sort of this for a moment. Where's my delete key? That's the wrong layer, that's why it's not deleting. Then the beach can go underneath. We'll have sort of bright yellow sand. Maybe a bit more of an orangey sand. Okay, wonderful. Gotta remember, you probably won't be able to see most of this. So it's not something which needs to be too intensely done, methinks. But we want things to sort of fit this mint green coloration, which is why. But probably I want the sea to be a bit more blue, otherwise it's going to lose its contrast with everything. But we can have everything basically be quite light. This is too light, I can't really see any of the coloration going on in here. What should we talk about? I mean, it feels a bit weird going from that ARAM and now talking about things. So I've already spent the entirety of the ARAM talking about absolute nonsense. That could have been Animal Crossing. I was going to say diegetic dialogue, that's not right. It's not diegetic, I'm not in the universe of Animal Crossing. That could have been Animal Crossing dialogue though. But lucky you. Instead it was during this time. Marshmallows. I mean, I can talk about marshmallows. I don't really like marshmallows all that much. I'm not a particularly picky eater, so if you like gave me a marshmallow, I'm not going to be like you. I'm not going to eat that. I'll still eat it. But it's sort of like, you know, if I saw it on a dessert place, would I choose it as something I want to eat? No, not really. I'm not crazy about them, to be honest. I'm not really sure why, because it's not like a texture thing. I have nothing against the texture. I don't know. It's almost like a conceptual thing, almost. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't really make sense. It's not at all a conceptual thing. Melted marshmallows is pretty decent though. I'll certainly give you that much, but marshmallows themselves, I don't find them gross or anything. I just like, I don't know. I mean, it's probably to do with not super strong sweet tooth sort of thing. It's more of a dissuasion for marshmallows. But yeah, I don't know. Never really got into marshmallows, which sounds like a weird thing to say because I'm pretty sure no human being will be like, oh, oh, marshmallows. That's something I got into over the summer. Really got into marshmallows and learning all about. I mean, actually, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if there are many different types of like marshmallows. So there's actually like something you can study, you can be like a sommelier of marshmallows. So into it. It's hard to get vegan ones, I can imagine. Because it's probably quite hard to. I'd wager. I don't know how difficult it is to recreate foods for to become vegan. Something about marshmallows feels like it's quite hard, isn't it? Because they got like gelatin in or something, which is, I feel like, infamously difficult to get even like normal gelatin correctly. So I can't imagine getting a vegan one done correctly is particularly easy either. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's actually the easiest thing in the world, and I just know nothing about vegan or food or marshmallow creation. There needs to be more interesting marshmallows, I feel like you always see the same marshmallows. The plain normal marshmallow, you see the pink marshmallow, which I assume has like some strawberry flavouring in, I don't know. Sometimes you see like yellowy marshmallows, I don't even know what that's meant to be, to be honest. But what other marshmallow? That's it. Hey guys, a good replacement, that's fair. But like what other marshmallows, like colorations even are there? None. Or at least I don't know many. We need more wild colours of marshmallows. Because I feel like marshmallows must be one of the easiest things to change your colours to, just using food dye or something. Surely. It's white. It's like the best basis you could start off with a dye. And you can, right? Because you can make marshmallow fondant, which I've done before. And you can just easily dye that by like sort of kneading in food colouring. I don't actually know how you make marshmallows, but I assume it's something like mixing it all together in like some industrial vat. You can just like toss some food dye in there, right? A bit of flavouring. What we've done to Kit Kats and Oreos, we need to do to marshmallows. That's how you get me on board, because I'm not at all that crazy for like sweet foods and that sort of thing. But if you start being like, oh, here's some like crazy and wacky flavours, I'm like, I gotta try it. That's how you get me on board with something sweet. Just be like, oh, this comes in like, I don't know, like the lasagna flavour, and I'm like, what the heck, lasagna flavour? I've got to try it. That sounds terrible. But yeah, which probably says more about me than it does about, like food or anything in general. Oh, this needs to be a bit lighter. I can't even see this white I'm using. Have you seen Peeps? Oh, that's true. Peeps has like they're more interesting marshmallow shapes. But aren't Peeps only in like springtime colours? So like pastel yellows, pinks and blues? Maybe not. I'm not even sure if I've had a Peep before. So again, probably not really my place to say. I don't know why I'm concentrating so hard on making a well-defined C when, again, you can't really see it. There's not even a focal point. They are American, so that's true. Hate it. We've got to take a book from the Americans here. All that crazy marshmallow colours. Are Peeps even flavoured though? It's a thing. It's one thing to have it be a natural colour, but it needs to have your natural flavour as well. Your numbers might be bad, but that's also a fair point. Because if you just have a colour without, but also different flavouring, then it's just eating the same marshmallow. It's just visually different, which is fine. You know, it's good for aesthetic reasons, but I still wouldn't go out my way to then eat it. Yeah, again, I also don't think I'm the right target audience for marshmallows. I don't think marshmallow vendors should be trying to be like, oh, we got to win over DeerDarling. She's so key to our marshmallow market. She buys nothing currently. It's untapped potential. I'm going to be honest, you'd have to do a lot to marshmallows for me to actually go out and buy any, I think. Orange or cherry could slap? I can see that. Chocolate coated is good, but I think it's good because of a chocolate, not because of a marshmallow. But that might just be because chocolate being one of a few like sweet things I actually like to eat. Would I prefer a chocolate covered strawberry to a chocolate covered marshmallow? 100%. That's the sort of metric I'm just like, you know, is the marshmallow bringing enough here to the table? And I'm just like, no, sadly not. This is not really what an ocean looks like from a distance, to be honest, but whatever. Constantly forget how to draw water every time. That's okay. Probably I should have done this on a different layer. I don't know why I did this on the same layer. Because now I can't add more shading to it underneath what I can, but it's going to be a bit awkward. I don't really think this through. I was too riled up about marshmallows. The texture combo of soft marshmallow and hard chocolate. Okay, I can see that. That's fair. That's fair. Very fair, very fair. I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, I still would prefer strawberry. Yeah, it kind of looks like water if I zoom out, which is good. Are there any like soft foods? Is marshmallow the only like... Is marshmallow the only food in its like texture category of like fluffiness? That's an interesting thought. I can't think of anything else which also has that sort of fluffiness coefficient, you know? So credit where credit is due for marshmallows. It's very unique in what it brings texture wise. But I don't know, I guess texture is just not enough for me. I'm not really sure. I like tea cakes, but I can't eat them. Not keep vegan. That's fair. Because I'm just trying to think. I think it's when you eat a food and it has a weird texture, I think that's really noticeable. You eat like a really weird mushroom, like which has a weird sort of like densey, chewy texture, or you eat, I don't know, something which you expect to be hard but it ends up being soft, or the other way around. That's notable. But I never think, not sure if I've eaten something very often and been like, damn, the texture is what really sells it. Strawberries I'm not a fan of because they can be too diluted and watery. I think that's fair. Texture's one of those sort of like unsung heroes of a food world where it's like texture, bad texture, notable. Good texture, is it that notable? Maybe. But I can't think of a good example off the top of my head. Let's get sun in here as well. Like the only thing I can think about is like when people eat like a steak or something, or like, whoa, it just like melts in your mouth. Which is like fair, but I also don't eat steak really, so what am I doing? It's not center. So again, preaching to the words. I thought I dragged you beneath. Preaching to the wrong sort of quiet here, I suppose, as well. The textures in the Creation restaurant really lifted it. Which Creation restaurant? Oh my gosh, what happened to my tool brush over here? What's going on? Why did no one tell me something weird happened? The Michigan one. Michigan. rays of light coming out. Why not? Actually, we can elevate this by making it pink. So rim light, and then move it. What? What have I done? Move it ever so slightly, and then overlap this pink with that yellow. Can't really tell. Probably should have done a stronger pink. Oh well. Where's my lasso tool? Is that centered? Well, it's about centered. Like a lot of the dressings, like a bread on top, and the extra texture is so good. That's fair. I guess maybe texture just doesn't matter to me much as food. And food. I guess a lot of things don't matter too much to me for food, but still. Maybe I'm coming at this from the wrong angle, you know, because a lot of how I judge food ends up being destructive rather than constructive. I need to think of a more constructive way of enjoying food. Not enjoying food's the wrong word, but like sun and sparkles. I don't even know what word is. I don't even know what I'm saying, to be honest. Okay. I think probably the sun's actually a bit big now I think about it. I'm looking at it, it's huge. I also don't know what happened over here with the sun. Oh, probably it was when I was doing that. Let's erase that. Or maybe that's part of the sky. I don't really know. Okay. Let's get the sun in here. Thinner lines maybe. Sort of eat away at the side of lines. Switch to the yellow, which surrounds and help bring that out a little bit. Make sure reflection actually fits what I'm drawing here. So it needs to come out to the side, but there needs to be enough green in it where you're like, oh yeah, this is still on the ocean, it's not just the sun looking weird. Yeah, okay. That's good. What else have I got refined? I've got clouds. Always have clouds. Oh, sparkles. Little sparkles. Let's put little sparkles in. Why isn't it disappearing? Oh, I'm using a clear brush. That's why it's not appearing. Let's not use that sparkle. Oh, we could put this sparkle in. That's not the sparkle I want. Smaller sparkles. These sparkles are too big. Let's put some big ones in here, then put some really, really tiny ones in. Put like little clusters of sparkly stars. Wow, look at that. The sea is glistening. Let's put some clouds in. Clouds as clouds do. It's always a easy thing to pop in to help fill up the sky. Quite a green looking cloud, I think. Yeah, something like this. These sort of vague cloud shapes over here. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a food where I eat it and I'm like, the texture's really the most important part to me. It's difficult to think of one off the top of my head, to be honest. Because bread is an interesting one. I do like the smell of bread actually quite a lot. Probably more than the taste, to be honest. People love bread. Like people highly rate bread as like one of their favorite carbs. Is it my favorite? I don't think so. If I had to choose a favourite, it's probably pasta, but even then, it's not like that strong. Or like rice. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not that passionate about carbs either. But people do love their bread, you know. People are like, oh, a freshly baked loaf of bread or something, and I'm like, yeah, the smell, heavenly. The taste, yeah, that's right. I love orange foods. Curry. That's interesting. What colour, if you could only eat one like category, one colour, one type of, I can't speak. If you could only for the rest of your life eat food of one colour, what colour would you choose? Now, orange is an interesting one. You got oranges, you got some curries. What else have you got? You got some sort of pasta sauces, can probably be orange enough. A decent amount of sauces, like a hollandaise sauce or something. What other sort of things fit in orange? Oranges. That's an obvious one. Persimmons, that's a bit of a random one, but true. There's some smaller clouds in here. What else is orange? That's a great question. I have a feeling I chose all my colours to be too light here. Such that it's not going to appear properly. Maybe I should be, instead of doing highlights, maybe I'll do shadows instead. What would I choose? You can make anything brown. That's true. You could also make everything black just by putting copious amounts of any type of like really dark food dye, I suppose, in it. Does not feel like it's in the spirit of a question though. I don't know what I would choose. Brown's actually not a bad one though, because I guess you get meats, you can get brown rice, you can get a lot of pastas. You get like bread crusts. I suppose that's an interesting distinction to make. Like if a food is too coloured, too toned, sort of thing, can you only eat the part which is of the colour you choose? I think so. Yes. I think it has to be only the part you choose. Actually, no. Maybe that doesn't make sense because then maybe you choose white. Because like if you chose red to eat like apples or something, it's like, well, I can't eat the actual flesh of the apple. I can only eat the apple skin. Which that doesn't feel like it's in the spirit of a question anymore either. I don't like these colorations I've done here. No, that's fine though. Keep it casual, keep it chill. Keep it tight. I'm walking around the world tonight. Yeah, maybe brown is actually top tier option. You get chocolates as well. The sad thing is, I can't think of many brown fruits. The only one I can think of is like kiwi, which is brown and green. I guess if it's two colours, if it's like brown and green, if you chose either brown or green, you can eat it. As long as someone would predominantly say yes. If you like ask someone this question, like, would you say is a kiwi brown? And if someone would say yes to it, then I think it counts. That's the sort of judgment I'm going by. These are some weird clouds. I don't know why I've drawn them like this. It's actually kind of interesting way drawing them like this, so I'm going to continue despite the fact that... Ah, that's not the right colour. Perhaps looks a little bit weird. What vegetables even fall under brown though? Nuts, biscuits. That's true. Brown fruit and veg though. Potato? That's true. If you love some carbs, I guess you go for brown. It's very hard. Why do so many things on the same food category have the same coloration? I'm actually going to turn down the darkness of it, I think. Shift the colours a bit as well, because I think they're not standing out. I think the sky might need a bit more blue in it, to be honest. Not a huge amount more, but just like a bit of a dark blues. Not dark blues, maybe like more turquoisey around the corners here. I can't think of, I guess you get beans as well. Brown covers a lot. Like, you know, you get the proteins in there, you get the carbohydrates. I guess no dairy, really. But that's not really a bother, I suppose, if you're vegan. There's just no vegetables I can really think of which are brown. I'm sure there are some, I just can't think of them off the top of my head. Google. I'm not counting potato, by the way. Potatoes are carbohydrate, in my mind. Brown vegetables. Mushrooms? That's a fair point. Orange is pretty good for variety. I think that's fair. You get ginger. You get some onions. Okay, I can see it. 35 brown vegetable names and photos. Ultimate list. Ginger. Parsnip. Cassava. Cassava and taro. Everything's just so carbohydrate-y. I think is saw some protein, butternut squash, mango. That's true. As long as it is, I think I still gotta go with brown. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I think this song plays every single time I use chill hop. Okay, there you go. Environment, kind of done. This beach looks weird. Oh well. I think it's because I drawn these things in a bit too big. It should probably be a bit smaller, but whatever. If we're trying to get a bit of a variety of texture in here. Maybe hold on. Maybe we should go through the colours and we can think what happens. Red, you got apples, peppers, raw meats, I suppose. Cherries, kind of. Tomatoes. It's a pretty good one. You get a lot of tomato-based sauces, which is pretty common. What else do you get? Which is part of red? It's like I'm on sand dunes. It's like I'm in an oil painting of a beach or something. Other notable things in red. Strawberries. The problem in red, absolutely zero carbohydrates. I guess you can have red potatoes, that's true. And you can have red pastas, which I guess I died that way. But still, I think it's because they're like infused with tomatoes or something. So I guess red's not the worst of all the more brighter colours. Orange I think you've covered pretty well. Yellow, you've got like jasmine rice. I don't even think about drinks, that's an interesting thing as well. Because brown you've only got like, well brown you got tea. But you can't put milk in. You can put chocolate milk in your tea. Hold on. Absolute insanity, what am I even talking about? Clouds, okay, so this is environment. tea and coffee. Hot chocolate. I feel like I'm more and more swayed over to brown every time. That's what I'm going over to. Greens is interesting because you have a huge amount of vegetables and a decent amount of fruits at your like disposal. You get like broccoli, celery, asparagus, peppers. The green peppers are a bit meh. Salads, avocado, true, apples, grapes, kiwi. Really great if you love all those fruits and vegetables. But then, like, you don't have much else. Like, you can't have a green potato unless it's like a rotten potato. There are some pasta varieties which are green, and you can have some noodles which also are like green because of the stuff that's in them. But you don't like. There's not really green rice that I know of. You can't really have green bread. Matcha bread maybe, but it's a distinct. And you also have like you can't get any protein. Like the only nut which is green is like pistachio, right? I don't even know how much protein that's even got in it. I guess there are probably some beans as well which have green, but I don't know if I have a high protein sort of beans. So you're going to be really deficient in a lot of in some of the food categories, which is probably suboptimal, I would say. What does a Ferris wheel's carriage even look like? Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel catches fire at music festival is not really what I wanted to see. I just kind of wanted to see what a Ferris wheel carriage looks like. Open carriage? I don't think they've had the open carriages since like the 90s or something. They're very much just one colour, aren't they? Okay, fair enough. Let's keep them one colour. So that's a big problem with green. It's hard committing to fruit and veg, and then also hoping that you can find a way to actually get a balanced diet out of that. Not to say that fruit and veg are like bad for you, but you know, you need more things than just fruit and veg in your life. I think most people would probably agree. Should we get a symmetrical ruler up in here? That's a parallel lines ruler. That's the wrong one. Symmetrical. Get a pen brush. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, I think that's good. Get rid of this ruler now. Let's do a little bit of shading. Okay, what other colours we got to go through? Maybe I should put the shading in now I think about it. Sorry, the ruler. Yellows. We did a bit yellows. We did you get like jasmine rice. You get some vegetables and fruit in there. I think you could probably get more fruits. Lemon. Squash. Jasmine rice. A lot of pastas are kind of yellowy, I would say, for sure. Actually, yellow's a decent balance. A lot of sauces can be quite yellowy as well. Actually, yellow's not too bad, hey? Right, how there's a lot of actually yellow sort of foods out there. They're just a bit more unusual, obscure in some of them. Like there are like yellow apples, aren't there? But not particularly common. That looks a bit balanced. This teddy bear's too big. difficult for it to fit in the halfway line. Actually, yellows is pretty good as well. What's some big deficits of yellow? Ah! I can. What sort of proteins can you get if you choose yellow? There's some fish which are yellow. I guess some of the nuts, you know, like creamy colours, kind of yellowy. It's not too bad though, all things considered. Worse and worse colour choices out there, certainly. This teddy bear's too big to fit in this carriage properly. It's like, 'cause I want to move the characters over here, but then it's like so uncentered. Nah, I think we'll just have to cheat. We'll just put the bear squished into a corner. Love blues, but not many food options. I think it's true. Like, what can even go in blue? Because blue's not very natural occurring colour in foods, right? Blueberries, which are kind of bluish. The sunfish, I think you could argue is blue. I don't know. I wonder what the worst colour choices. Must be like purple or pink, right? No, pink's actually pretty good. Pink has a decent amount of meat in there. Purple is like, what even is purple? Like grapes? Sure, there's some other berries which you can argue is purple, but not a lot of things actually. Beets, yeah, true. That's a hard one though. Really not a lot of things which are appropriate to sustain a diet on. Cabbage, onion, yeah, okay. But you have nothing from the carbs. Like, it's really not a common colour for carbs. Well, maybe like some yams, I guess. Is there anything else? Can't really think of any sort of purpley things. Oh, got to turn off a symmetry ruler. It's also not how shadows will work with this now I think about it. Hold on, try this again. Unshow this ruler. Get this ruler out of my sight. So everything's backlit, isn't it? What else even? I don't know. Put some more random things in here as well. Balloon. Make it a green balloon, bright green. Same as that minty colour. Purple's pretty terrible, huh? Really not a lot of purple that can work out for you. I'm I don't know if we should put like Ferris wheel stands in here. I'm not sure if it's clear enough it's a Ferris wheel. And then if we put like support things over here. And put ruler back on here. Actually, if I do it like this, it actually gives a better indication. Even if it's not the top, but it's like part of a Ferris wheel. Alright, so maybe purple's the worst option. As we go into general categories of colours. But very interesting, I suppose. I was going to say, unless you go into like a really specific colour or something like chartreuse. Actually, chartreuse probably isn't all too bad. But I can't remember this video I saw ages ago. But how like different languages categorise the colours differently. Because there are like some base colours which, you know, English, what would they be? Like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, brown. Are sort of like high level colours. And if I said something like crimson, you'd be like, oh, that's a subset of red. Some people might be like, pink's a subset of red, fair enough. Brown, subset of orange, fair enough. Stuff like that. But then it's like some other, it's like in other languages how they're sort of defined differently. Like what's constituting as like these sort of baseline colours. I can't remember, it's like Russian or something. Define, or many like languages define cyan and blue separately from each other, which is fair enough. I mean, look at them, they've got a whole two different sections here on the colour wheel. But most people, I think, in English would sort of, if you say cyan, you'd be like, yeah, that is a subset of blue. I'm not sure if you'd be like, yeah, that's a different colour to blue. And it sort of affects how you think about colour. Like in Chinese, pink is definitively a subset of red. Like pink in Chinese is light red. I'm trying to think of some other ones off the top of my head. I can't remember. It was a really interesting video, and I don't remember anything else about it though. Okay, balloon. Let's put like roller coaster of love. I'm gonna put shading on it later. Actually, if I do that, that looks so confusing out of context. Maybe I shouldn't put these things on. I don't know. What do roller coasters even look like from this angle? I don't know. Let's not overthink it. When roller coasters have all these like structures holding it up, right? Probably not like this. Hold on. Got to Google a roller coaster real quick. Roller coaster stealth. Wooden Thorpe Park. Wow, this actually has like nothing holding it up. It's all underneath. It looks like this. I mean, it's got just like cross beams like this holding it up. That's crazy. It's like, whatever. You're not going to see this anyway. No, I don't like this. top of Ferris wheel. Maybe someone's taking some photos from the top of a Ferris wheel. Some people certainly have. On top of a Ferris wheel, covered in sand, I shot my teacher with a big rubber band. What am I even saying? Glory, pride. It was like a old fairground, not fairground, playground song. People would sing. I don't know. I feel like we should put some rides in the background though. To show that it's a fairground. Maybe like a... Well, it's really hard to think of a good one to like really represent things. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we can just put like a load of... Like you can see like small festival, summer fair like stalls like this. Like this, and we'll just sort of get like one of them can have like a striped roof or something. Maybe this one could be a bit more purpley. Have like a... It's a bit too dark purple. Purple stall. This one over here can be a bit more green. You can like vague silhouettes of people. So like working about the place. Get some more of these on the other side. They'll probably all be blurred anyway in the end, so it doesn't really matter how much detail there is. We just got to get the colours in the right places so people are like, oh yeah, looks like a summer festival down there with only greens, blues and cool colours. Like summery and cute, thank you. So I'd love to hear, we'd love to hear it. As we come in, honestly, the tail end of summer. We'd think that summer's almost over, you know? But maybe over here we can do something. We can do a... I really want to put a ride in, but I can't think of a ride which will look good from this angle. I need to look like a summer fair references. Summer fair. Or like a beach fair or something. But they want to put these red tents in, but I don't want to put a red tent in. Maybe I could put one of those rides, which the big tower ones, which lift you up and then they drop you. So like this, let's get like a purple thing around. Purple shapes. Oh, I should probably give them like animal features as well. Find out what little cat is. And we just draw a load of people just sort of like chilling in it. Unsecured. Dark color strap. sure we're strapped in. It's fine. Everything will be blurred. Everything will be blurred. Just remember that. Doesn't need to be good detail. Dear oh dear. Just get something in my house. I think this perspective is a little bit wrong, but whatever. Probably be a bit more like... It's not quite right either. And I'm not going to redraw that, so I'll just have to do. This balloon can be a bit higher up then. Okay, and then let's just get a load of small silhouettes of people about the places that are walking around. Just like small groups of people gallivanting around. Gallivanting. Maybe we can have like a family just at the beach side. Maybe there could be like another sort of hut over here. Just give you the impression something's going on over here, who knows. Give it the famous summery beach stripes. Yeah, I think that's probably okay. Okay, shading. Let's do some shading. We'll figure out our background later. These all are colours. Excuse me. Put that in there. I'm not sure the last time I've actually ever been to one of these sort of beachy things. Colour burn, excuse me. Shadow, multiply, thank you. It's been ages, I think. Excuse me? Some greeny blue. Yes, greeny blue shadows. Get this opaque watercolour, turn down the opacity. And remove shadows as I see fit. This might be too dark a shadow to start off with, but we'll see. Cheat on the eyes. Cheat on the nose a little. Fluffy things kind of sucks actually with the room lighting, but it was annoying, I should say. Let's draw all these circles. Over and over and over again. This I guess should all be a night. I think this song plays every single time I stream. We hear it all the time, but dun dun dun. Do this, that stuff gets cut off a little bit. Room lighting here is a bit weaker because of the angle. Doesn't come across as well. But still exists. have some of the light from the folds. Managing to get through. Ditto on this side, but not as much. Chocolate chip ice cream. Of that bow shaded in, or unshaded, I guess. Once we get around here, shapes fit the curve a bit more. Less of it. Cheat on the eyes. Oh. Cheat a little bit on this belly. Let's get some light in there. Okay, then dark shadows. I do think it's probably a bit too dark. Lighten up a bit. Kids, can you lighten up a bit? Okay. Dark shadows. Dark shadow. My Hero Academia, anyone? I feel like I've conversationally drained myself just on ARAMs. Or maybe it's because I'm focusing on a harder part of drawing the rendering. Very soft shading around here. I'll start with that then, lighten it up I think. Because it's a bit more gradual, but then we also want to put the sort of fluffy shape in. Same over here, probably want to have that, but then lighten it up a little bit. Do fluffy shapes. Probably blend, not fingertip. Blend this all together. Hard to type about playing a league. No. Play the league. Win that game. Wreck them all. Hard to talk about drawing sometimes as well. But that's just life. You know? Easy things, hard things. It's all a part of it. And probably what we do to make us also feel quite fluffy is we'll put random shadows in here for invisible fluffy points. Probably better if I do it like this than erase, huh? No, I'm not going to do that. Because I'm just like, damn, that's going to be a lot of shading, which I don't want to do. So we're going to cheat and not do that instead. Dark Shadows here. My Hero Academia actually finished recently, the manga, didn't it? After, what, like 8 years or something? Crazy. Monumentous, even. I've not even read most of the newer seasons. Not read. I've read none of it. Not even seen most of the newer seasons. I watched up to season 5 and was waiting for season 6, and I just didn't watch season 6. Now on season 7, which I think is the end. Which is crazy. How long it's been. Some make me crazy. Some make me crazy. What? Probably. I remember I lost my mind. Slowly losing my mind. Losing my religion. That's probably okay. Okay, Dark Shadows here. I'm going to be a bit careful about. So I do want this here. Just a lot of rim lighting. So it's all rim lighting here. Yeah. Basically. Get some simple shadowy shapes. Around where we need to go. Just noticed a missing bit of. Anyway. I don't know what that is. Makeup? That is makeup, okay. I was like, I just see a random green line across here. And also, excuse me? No, not makeup there. Some of this missing. Filling those gaps. A lot more gaps here as well. Find a way, find a way. This one also comes up all the time, doesn't it? Find a way. Bring the shadows back. Boys generation, girl generation, gonna feel the heat. Probably want to keep things kind of minimal. Downside of a backlighting is it makes everything quite dark if you're not careful, which I don't really want. Find a way. Dark shadows here. Okay, lovely. Just a bit of a light dark shadow here. Okay, and then the difficult dark shadow part, which is going to be this part. Okay, then using an airbrush for most of this, which I don't normally do, but it does make things easier if you have all these soft rounded edges. Let's try and resolve. This one also comes up all the time, doesn't it? Okay, wonderful. Okay, I'm going to just put some dark shadows in some other places, like up here. A little bit here. Shadows under the straps. Faintly. Here. Okay, that's probably okay. This probably all needs to be a bit darker as well, actually. Not sure it needs a dark shadows, but it does need at least a light shadows to. Because I guess I've drawn the dark shadows already. So at least get it on the right sort of level. Why does that look like that? Huh? Oh, because I didn't do it like this. There we go. I was like, how is it so much of it missing already? Get some light. I think what I should do as well is I should just get like a real dark colour to sort of draw like the hard edges. Just give it some sort of definition as well. That makes it clearer. I think that's also not where the edge should go. Should practice some. I kind of want to do some backlit stuff in Artlight and then not doing it. Would be good. But I find rim lighting actually quite fun to do because I think it's fun in the sense that doing destructive shadows by like starting with everything filled in with shadows and then taking it away, it's quite fun. Sometimes it feels a lot more like natural. Certain difficulty though comes in with cheating the system because You don't like want your characters bathed in darkness if they're also the main event. So it's just like, where do I cheat out the shadows to actually make it look how I want it to look as well? And the answer sometimes is maybe just sort of brighten up the shadows a little bit, so it's not as dark. But rim lighting is always a fun part. Like this. Rim light. Get that bright yellow brush. Get that linear light layer. If that's too bright, I don't know. Get that greeny yellow. Maybe just like a normal. No, maybe on. Add glow. That's probably too bright. Soft light. Overlay. Go with overlay. Soft and fluffy like a marshmallow. It's come full circle. I forget overlay doesn't display well on darks. I'll just do linear light. Just make it more yellow. More green. Maybe we'll just always look bad on. Okay, that's not too bad. Might be a bit too yellow, but we can kind of shift it afterwards. Get that rim lighting on there. Oh, I didn't do any dark shadows here. Definitely a mistake. Do it next time you do sunset? Absolutely. Give it a shot. Go wild, go crazy. Life is for experimenting. Well, that's not really true. But still, life can be for experimenting. And art certainly is one of the things. I don't quite like this colour either. Probably a bit of a gradient shadow in here as well. It's quite blue. Oh, that's why it's not working. It's using wrong layer. I was going to say, I was surprisingly unblue. How unblue the gradient shadow was. It's going to be foreground based, doesn't it? This might be better doing it like this, to be honest, rather than the usual gradient. Again, I'm not really sold by this rim light colour. Okay, nice. Let's get some shadows in the background as well, I think. Shadows, front parts. Shadows of the environment. I think I have a separate vignette layer. Really focus on the important parts over here. The background. This is probably where we can blur it, methinks. 40? Oh, not the entire background, hold on. I guess all of this should. I don't think it's free. Okay, hold on. We're going to do a bit of a workaround. Because I should not have done my carriage on that later. I should have done the shading layer separate, but I can't be bothered now to correct that, so instead we're going to cheat. It's probably a bit too strong, actually. Oh. Make this go into focus. That's pretty good. I did forget the string for this balloon, so I guess we'll put it on this layer. Despite the fact it makes no sense on this layer. But it's fine. Sometimes it does it. High stabilization. This is a wrong brush. No wonder it's not coming out as dense as I was like. Please don't make me do this. Don't make me do this. I do kind of want this cloud to sort of be more radiant than the others. So probably what I'm going to do is just put like a nice little rim light on this. No, that looks weird. Never mind. Let's get to some line art dyeing. I think a lot of this line art needs to sort of be in favour of this softness. This little cream there. What's this on my tablet? Just some stuff on it. Might be finished ahead of schedule, to be honest. There's not much else to really add to this, I don't think. Put some random things in here. I wanted to put like little birds, didn't I? Distance. Put lens flare in here, why not? We love a good lens flare. Soft light. Some greens. Something like this, but maybe tone it down a little bit. Maybe I shouldn't do a dark vignette. Maybe I should do a really light vignette. That's an interesting idea. Yeah, here we go. You know, like the classic anime sort of falling in love. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Kimi no falling in love, da-da-da, SOS. What? I'm not gonna choose this colour in the end. I'm just trying to shape it out at the moment. This colour's a bit hard on the eyes. I need like a reference. What's like a anime fall in love moment? The moment you fall in love, the anime, not what I meant. Love border? No. To my lens flares. I turned them down too much. It's like I can't even see them anymore. Ugh. Maybe if I chose a lighter pink with these. Oh gosh. You see, the pinkness I think kind of contrasts too much with a green. I don't want to have a green border. What does that mean? Maybe I should just put more sparkles about the place. Maybe that's the answer. I think I do actually have a heart-shaped sparkle thing. Where is it? That's just over the top. What am I doing? I'm losing my mind. Okay, let's just put more sparkles. Lens flare sort of sparkles. it just needs something. It needs something a bit more. I don't know what. Something to really focus it. On here. I'm just looking at anime love confession scenes now. They do like putting these sparkly things in the battle place. Maybe, wait, hold on. Maybe this is it. Maybe I need to put the sparkles behind the characters. Not this sparkle. This sparkle. Give it sort of like a dreamy quality. Maybe not with that colour, huh? I don't want it too pink. So why am I using add glow? Good question. I want it pink enough that it gives off, you know, we use colour not colour coordination. Colour communication here. We know pink and its association of romance and love. Like, no other colours showing up though. Don't want that yellow to show up. Then maybe now we put like a soft vignette around it. Again, I'm not in love with a pink. I think this golden colour actually works quite well now, strangely. I guess it's not that strange, but sort of helps somehow making it feel more wispily dreamy. Maybe it doesn't need to be that strong a border. Or that bigger border. Also not sure if add glow is the right option. Screen overlay. Linear light. Vivid light. I feel like it takes away too much from the actual focus though if we do it too bright, you know? In a contrasting colour. I don't like how it looked with pink is a problem. It's like too contrasting. One orange. Could try orange. So I was like kind of going with like this orangey yellowy colour. Looks okay, I think. Which I think is the closest sort of in between. But I think the problem is more of a problem with brightness values rather than anything else. So maybe we do actually need that vignette, the dark vignette as well. background. I don't know where I put it. Is it? There's going to be a way to put a dark vignette. I won't immediately put we're getting somewhere with that actually. What do I want to do about this? Maybe we just commit to the white to make it feel dreamy. I think that's probably the best compromise we're going to get. Because if it also gets drowned out in white, then it's like, okay. Now it's both dreamy and it sort of focuses on the characters. 100's probably too high. 70 I think is fine. It's kind of like a recollection or something. It's a memory. A fade in memory. Lens flare because maybe a bit stronger as well. It's just an empty layer, okay. G sparkles. Where is... what's this one? No, that's blood splatter. That's not what I wanted. I don't know what that is. Those are actual bubbles. just leave it at that, I think. And then let's get... I don't remember where my textures are. Somewhere in here? Where are my paper textures? Not manga materials, effect line? Effect lines, what on earth are these? What's that look like? Oh, I need to download. Punk! Oh, I see. Manga cutouts. No, where are my downloads? Materials. Oh gosh. Paper texture. Oh, you know what I didn't do as well, which I always do when I want a dreamy vibe. I didn't do the colour bleed. Should definitely do a colour bleed. That's like, must be done. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. Gradient mapping. Okay. Actually, I'm not sure about this gradient mapping, to be honest. It's a bit too green, if anything. Let's brought up the warmness. No, there's a saturation one, right? Desaturate it ever so slightly. Yeah, okay. Hello, sup? Should get something soon, but I've got a couple questions about this. Absolutely, go for it. Oh, sorry, it's having a bit of a stretch. Ask away. I guess we'll do the text like it is an actual retro photo. Text date. Like, how do you sign a retro photo? Retro photo date. It's always got like the typography thing at the bottom, but it needs to be readable enough for a thumbnail art. So let's see. What's it called? Polaroid. Why does it look like a male gay pride flag, you know, green and blue? There was just sort of a colour palette chosen, to be honest. Because mint chocolate chip ended up, well, mint ice cream was the theme we're going off here. So, I don't know. But Bear probably isn't actually into D of the fact that it's a stuffed teddy bear. But it's not quite a Polaroid. That's not the thing I'm loving Polaroid edit. Yeah, like, oh wait, hold on. It's not the right word because it's not actually a Polaroid, I guess, because it's not a square, it doesn't have that white frame. But whatever those old photos, like sepia photos or something, except for we used green, I suppose, instead. Sepia photo. What are they called? What are they, like, old photo which is not Polaroid? They have a name, don't they? Film photo? I guess so. Film photo. Which I guess is kind of like a Polaroid, isn't it? I don't know. Well, not really, but not mechanically, but same sort of vibes. Yeah, I've got sepia, but it's not called a... I'm trying to think like 19... Well, I don't even know when photography was invented. When's the oldest... When was photography invented? 1822. Were you unconsciously thinking about the music video to Childish Gambino 3005? Not. I don't even know what that looks like, so I would unfortunately have to say no. I was sort of channeling sort of just like retro feeling, summary date vibes, I guess. Wait, it's not me. It's August. I was just doing the wrong month entirely. I would have thought you knew he also sits with a teddy bear in a Ferris wheel. I think it's a very sort of classic tropey sort of thing, isn't it? I'm not going to choose this colour, by the way. In the end, I'm just doing it for now. We do August like this though, don't we? Oh no, why have I got it descending downwards? Ah! How big do I want it? About that big. We could do orange here actually to make it stand out. Might need a little border. Otherwise this is going to be unreadable. Historical accuracy be damned. British seaside trade teenage things. Oh, what's going on? That is. I think both of these were supposed to be half jokes, but both fell flat. Oh, fair enough. Jokes in text form is a little bit difficult, I think, to convey, unfortunately. If else, I didn't think we were 100% serious. So, but I did think we were born out of curiosity, if anything. If we just use like a white border, why does it look like that? What's going on here? Huh? I have no idea what just happened there. That's very weird. Probably what we should do is extend some of these out a bit. Might just rewrite this August, to be honest. Try and make it a bit more readable. No, don't sweat it, you know. No harm, no foul. At the end. It's not just Teddy, yeah. Sometimes a Teddy, sometimes more, who knows? It was just a really funny concept. Is the main motivation behind it. And a different sort of mood, which we've not done before in thumbnails. But I mean, we're eventually going to run out of different types of moods, but still. Okay, I think this kerning is a little bit off. Let's separate this. Oh, thank you. Hire me as an art director? Maybe when there's a vacancy. Unfortunately, I'm not really in need of art director right now. What the heck? Oh. Well, okay, I'm taking back my ideas. Erase the teddy right now. It's too late. By being part of the live stream, anything you say in chat is now legally mine. That's definitely legally binding. So I own any word you say. Be careful. Those emotes, I own them now. I don't know who they belong to. They're mine. Also, hello. Hello to you. Maybe at some point I should try and put some... create some own DeerDarling emotes. There we go, though. I think we're basically done with that, hey? I think the only thing is maybe this one's a bit big. I don't know why I do that when I could just draw it again. Good goal for affiliation. That's true. I don't know how many followers I need for that. Was it 100? 130? A third of the way there. Almost. That's pretty good. I'm not sure if these are the colours I want though. Hold on. Ah! A bit brighter. Maybe this actually should be a bit thicker. I just worry because if it's going to be like this small, is it going to be readable? That's honestly the big question. But if you make it too thick, then it just becomes weird because of the segmentation of it. I think that's readable though. Maybe. You know what? I probably could deal with actually having a little bit of a darker shadow around it. Just to make sure that everything is visible over distance. Doesn't have to be too dark, we don't think. G'day to you. Green tone fairly serene, yeah. Few free ones for non-subs. But I don't like shadow on it. You know, they're just gonna have to deal with it if you can't read it. I think I'll be good. Lovely. Let's save this. This is week 3, I guess. Save a version without the text as well. To use as a hold art for next month. T upsets me because it looks like it's over. And it is lowercase because it has to be. That's how you. I think it's how you do it on 7seg displays. It's always a mix of uppercase and lowercase. Reach 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days, average of 3 viewers, very much on your way. Oh yeah, not so bad. We're getting there, you can do it. Thank you. I can't do it without you all. We also have a very green chat today. I don't know if you noticed, we got a lot of, we're a sea of green all of today. We're all in the green vibes, we're in the green mood. Relaxation, serenity. Something like that. Promote on YouTube to move over some of your 1k subs. I should do that. Isn't it just me? Oh, really? From my perspective, everyone's green, but maybe it's just random. Anyway, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you for coming along. You choose it. Bye-bye. Why is it green on my side then? Everyone's green. Like the thing that you see on the stream chat, that's how basically it looks to me, except for a bit brighter. Everyone's green. Oh well. Who knows? The world is a mystery. And soon it'll be history. Mine's always random unless I designate a colour. Oh, okay. So it's random per client side rather than server side. I didn't realise that's how the randomness works, to be honest. I wonder if that makes sense or does that not make sense? I guess that does make sense because it doesn't really matter, right? Anywho. Well, that's it for today's stream. And I'm sorry for rounding off so soon after you come. I don't even know how you say your name. Xuchil? Xuchil? Xuchil Barra? Suchial, maybe. But that is all we have for today. Won't be streaming next week because I won't be here. But the week after, then we can start thinking about September. Thumbnail art. We'll have a whole 5 weeks, maybe, question mark, to do the September thumbnail art. A certain rarity. So we'll have to think of more autumnal, more fall based aesthetics for birthday month. That's true, actually. Because if I do stream on 1st of September, that's a day before my birthday. But having a whole thumbnail art just for my birthday seems excessive. But I don't know. We'll see. Because October is obviously going to be Halloween. November, I suppose, will be the autumnal one itself. So what else does September... What else could September be except for that? Could be school. School starts in September, right? December, I guess, will be Christmassy. January will be New Year's. I don't know. Summer and autumn blended foragings. Who knows? Let's save all the good ideas for next time. Otherwise, we'll forget them. But otherwise, I would like to thank you all for coming along to today's stream. This extra drawing stream and League of Legends, which is probably won't be a normal thing of a stream, but certainly a lot of good fun. And I hope we can see each other again. So, until next time, I'll sign off then. Bye-bye for now. Secret recording ending. Thank you all for coming. Cooks us on to play Wars. Had some good toy games. Bye. Good stretch. Honestly, keep fun with that. Probably a bit too green, maybe. The Animal Crossing art is also green, but hey, I like it. Mint chocolate chip. I didn't put any chocolate chips in my mint. I just realised, whatever. Anyway, bye-bye for now.